I find it really funny when we demand things of life, when we notice the thought or the mind thing demanding of life. Often you'll even hear people say that they, if they have a belief in God, a God, I should say, will demand, if you show me this, if you help me to see this, if you give me clarity on this. Life, God, love, universe, interchangeable words, all meaning the same thing. The demanding comes from the place that still believes that there's separation. The need to know comes from that separation. What is going to happen to me? Where will I end up? What will become of this? The pure allowance of life just allows. It's not anyone doing that allowance. Allowance is happening of whatever is arising in this moment. There's nothing that can be demanded of life because you're not separate from life. The demand is thought. The need to know is thought. The desire to understand, thought. Minding. Life is never happening to us. It's always unfolding, and it's not even unfolding for us, because we're not separate for it to unfold to. The unfolding is just unfolding, for no one, to no one, about no one. If there's a placement of expectation and demand on life, then there's probably an expectation and demand on others in life. You'll notice this in your relationships with friends, family, lovers. If you show up on time, ... If you do what you say you're going to do, ... There's all of these expectations of others. Allowance just allows. It doesn't have an expectation. It knows that whatever arrives is exactly the way that it's intended to be. And in this flow with that allowance, there's just this peacefulness about the experience. It's not that suffering doesn't arise. It's just that when things arise, there's nothing arguing that, and so the suffering is no longer experienced where it once may have been. The demand of life is just a tantrum. It's a tantrum about what is. And what is always the way that it should be. Until next time, in love.